Hi everybody, I'm Chrissy and this is Homebound Kitchen. We're going to be sharing some recipes that will help keep your tummy and your wallet full. We're gonna dive into how I'm able to feed me and my husband for just $50 a week at the grocery store. That's right, $50 a week at the grocery store, not a penny more. So let's get started with our first recipe. Our first budget bite is going to be burrito bowls. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a protein, and I've chosen tofu. But before you switch the video, hear me out. This whole pound of tofu, I got ahead of myself, I already opened it. This whole pound of tofu only costs $1 at our local market basket. $1, and you get a whole pound, so that is super bang for your buck. And if you've never tried tofu, or if you've tried it and you say you don't like it, I'm gonna challenge you to give it another try, because tofu can taste like whatever you flavor it with, and I'm gonna show you how to get it super crispy and flavorful and delicious and maybe change your mind. I also have some pulled chicken here from a chicken pot pie that I made last night, so we're all set with our protein. So the first step to getting delicious tofu is to drain it. My tofu has been drained and squeezed. I got as much water out as possible, and now I wrapped it in a couple of paper towel, and I am just going to weigh it down with another cutting board. And hopefully this will get as much water out as possible. The paper towel will soak it up, and it'll be able to absorb all the flavor we're gonna give it. The next step in our burrito bowls is to choose a base, and I am going classic with some long grain white rice. So the key I found to getting excellent rice is make sure you rinse it first. So after the rice has been rinsed, you add water to it according to your cooking instructions on the package, or if you want to be daring, try this method. I tried it and I haven't gone back. You put your finger in the water, and when you can touch the top of the rice, the water needs to be at your first joint, so your first knuckle right here. I don't know how it works, but it works amazing every time. So I'm going to turn it up to medium high heat, and we're going to add some stuff to make it super delicious. So we're going to do garlic. So I have 2 cloves of garlic that I'm gonna let simmer in there as well, and some butter. My vegan friends, my dairy-free friends, you can skip this step. And I'm going to add some salt and let that come to a boil. So while the rice is getting ready to boil and then be covered, I am prepping my cast iron skillet. I'm just gonna use a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to add in some yellow onions. So I like to do all of the topping ingredients in one pan because I do not like to do dishes. So I'm going to cook the onions first, and I like to do them first because everything else gets a little bit of an oniony flavor. I'm going to season with some salt and some pepper. It looks like our rice is boiling, so I'm going to immediately turn it all the way down to low, and I'm going to cover it until it is done. Next, we're rocking with some sweet plantain, and shout out to my Haitian coworker who brought these bad boys back into my life. So plantains at Market Basket, 3 for $1, guys. 3 for $1. That's a lot of food for $1. And they're so good. So this is what they look like. They basically just look like kind of a weird banana, but you can buy them in the produce section. How I make my plantains is I cut off the top and the bottom, I score the side, and then I just peel the skin off like you would a banana, slice it up into rounds, and then I'm going to fry these bad boys with some salt, a little bit of garlic powder. That's it. Trust me. My onions are looking amazing and smelling even more delicious. They have a little char on the side. That's where all the flavor is. So let's get these bad boys out of here. Next up to go in the skillet are the plantains. So I'm going to add a little more oil to the skillet. You can also use butter if you prefer. Again, vegan and dairy-free friends can skip that. And we're just going to add these bad boys in one at a time until you have it all around the skillet. And then we're going to season with salt and a little bit of garlic powder, and then flip them, do the same on the other side, and they are going to be delicious. And I'll show you exactly how they look when they're ready to flip. So you can see the darker yellow color around the edges. That means this bad boy is ready to come up, and let's look. Golden, perfect golden brown. So it's only been about 4 or 5 minutes, so I am going to go ahead and flip all of these, and I'll meet you back in a sec. I'm peeking inside here, and it looks like our rice is done. I can see my 2 little garlic cloves here, so I am going to shut this off, and I'm not going to open that lid for another at least 10 minutes. Let it rest, let it finish steaming, and it's going to be bomb. Another 3-ish minutes later, and these are ready to come off the pan. I did the plantains in 2 batches, so I'm gonna put the second batch on now because I didn't want to overcrowd the pan. I wanted to get this awesome caramel brown goodness coming off of my plantains. So let's take these off, put the second batch on, and then we'll meet back at the stove. While we're waiting for that second batch of plantain, we're gonna come over to our rice. Oh yeah, baby. We're going to give that a quick fluff. All right, so now we are going to go back to that tofu that's been pressing for 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe. So we're going to unwrap, we're going to take it out like so, and we're going to cube it like so. So here is the secret. I'm going to season this. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, some of this Frank's Red Hot seasoning, which obviously I really liked it. I need to go get some more. And the secret ingredient is cornstarch. So what I'm going to do is after I season it, I'm going to sprinkle it with some cornstarch, roll it around so that it's evenly coated, and then I'm going to fry it up. So let's take it there. Let's put the tofu on. So I'm going to do a bit of oil. Should actually do a little more oil than that. So let me grab the bottle. There we go. And this is going to be crucial not to overcrowd the pan so that you get it nice and crispy. So we're going to put that on. So while the last of my tofu is cooking, let's talk about why I love this dish so much. One, you can use any kind of base you want, brown rice, white rice, you could use quinoa, get fancy, some couscous. You could even, if you're trying to do like a keto low carb thing, you could put it all on top of a salad. You can switch out your proteins. Tofu's not your thing? That's cool. Do shredded beef, you can do pulled chicken like I have on the side. You could do pulled pork, any sort of, whatever you're in the mood for. You could also, this is great for parties. You have the rice lined up with the proteins and the toppings, and people can make their own burrito bowls. Totally a hit. And it's also super dietary specialty friendly. I know I have a lot of friends that are gluten-free, dairy-free, and this totally caters to you guys. So looks like we're ready to flip. I just flipped my tofu and check this out. It is super crispy. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. So we're gonna let that cook on the other side, and then we'll flip it and we'll go on to the last little accoutrement for our burrito bowl. All right, everyone, our last stop on the train to Burrito Bowl Paradise is black beans. So I just have a little bit of garlic going in here, and I'm just going to add a large can of black beans. And then I'm going to use the back of my spoon. Ooh, keep going. I am just going to use the back of my spoon to start mashing some of them so that we get sort of like a black bean puree. I'm going to leave some of them whole because I like the texture, but I like how it comes together when we mash some of them. Before I forget, while everything is simmering, this meal is going to make 4 servings. So you can serve 4 people for dinner, or what me and my husband do is we have it for dinner tonight and then we'll have the last 2 servings tomorrow for lunch. And it's perfect because your lunch is already made, you don't have to worry about it. It's a great little meal prep hack. So halfway through mashing this, I shut the heat off, and now I'm just going to add a little bit of water to help marry things all together. And I'm just going to add a little bit of salt right at the end, because if you use salt too early when you're cooking beans, it just won't cook right. I don't like it. So did that, meld it all together. And you can smell the garlic. It smells so freaking good. If you want, if you are not jiving with the black beans, you can do pinto beans, you could do kidney beans, you can do whatever. All right, guys, if you stuck around this long, you're a rock star. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see our finished product. I added a little bit of pepper jack cheese and some avocado slices. Now, customize this however it fits your budget. This week we had some friends over, or family over, and we decided to do a cheese plate. So some money from our budget got allocated there instead of to the burrito bowls. But if we had a couple extra bucks, you could do salsa, cilantro. Oh, leave me a comment. I love cilantro, but some people hate it. Comment below. Are you team cilantro or team cilantro? No. It's terrible. So you can customize this however you want, and let's dig in. Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Guys, I ate the whole thing. I am so freaking stuffed. And I go to put the leftovers in the refrigerator, and there's the shredded chicken that I didn't put on the burrito bowl. I didn't even miss it. Did you guys catch that? Let me know if you caught it, because maybe this YouTube thing's harder than I thought. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.